Hello, I'm Janet, and today I'm going to be talking to you and we're going to be thinking about imagination and sounds and pictures inside our heads. Sometimes I'm going to be asking you to shut your eyes because I think when we shut our eyes it's easier to concentrate, all right? You're probably quite aware of the idea of imagination as being able to create ideas and stories and pictures inside your mind. For example, if you shut your eyes right now, I bet you can think quite easily of a big field covered in grass. Maybe it's a part of a garden or part of a farm or the countryside, and in the middle of all that land there's a lovely big tree growing, beautiful leaves all over the tree. How was that for you? Quite easy? Some people find it harder than others actually to make pictures inside their heads, so everyone's different, that's fine. But we can also imagine sounds in our head. Sometimes it's almost like remembering sounds. For example, I've got my triangle here. I'm going to play my triangle. And then if you shut your eyes right now and see if you can just remember that sound clearly in your head, okay? Don't know how easy that was for you? There's partly your imagination imagining that sound, because it wasn't really there, was it? Now, our imagination's really clever. Not only can we create things, sounds and pictures in our head, but we can also change them and control them. For example, shut your eyes again and go back to that wonderful tree you imagined before. So you've got the grass and the land and the big tree growing in the middle, but this time, imagine the leaves are changing colour. They're not green anymore. Maybe they're pink leaves or purple leaves or blue. Maybe they're all the same colour, or maybe there's lots and lots of different colour leaves. And now, in your imagination, the tree is blooming. That means it's growing flowers all over it. And open your eyes. What colour were your flowers on your tree? I was imagining white flowers, big white flowers, but of course you could have imagined any colour. And it's the same with sounds. In our imagination, in our minds, we can manipulate, change and control those sounds. For example, think back to that triangle sound that we remembered before. And now if you shut your eyes, like me, and just imagine that sound changing, it's getting quieter. And there it is again. And now maybe the sound's wobbling a little bit. The sound of the triangle is wobbling as it's getting quieter and fading away into nothingness. Maybe that was harder than the tree picture, or maybe some of you found it really easy to imagine changing sounds in your head. As I say, we're all very different. Let's try something a bit different now. I'm sure we all know the song Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Oh, let's use our own names. So I'll sing Happy Birthday to Janet and you sing Happy Birthday to you, okay? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Janet, happy birthday to you. So it's an easy song. I'm going to ask you to sing it inside your head. No singing out loud, no sound's going to come out of you. It's all inside your head. And keep singing it, keep going over and over it, because I'm going to give you instructions while you're singing it in your head, okay? So shut your eyes and you're going to start singing Happy Birthday to you. Okay. As it's going on in your imagination, I want you to slow it down. So each word is slower, all the music's slower, and slower still. Still got the tune, but it's very slow. And slower. And even slower. Every note is really long. Every word really long. It's almost stopping. And then we're going to speed it up just a bit. And speed it up again. Speed up the words, speed up the notes. So back to normal, and speed it up a bit more, and a bit more, and a bit more, so it's faster and faster and faster. Keep going with the words, faster and faster, 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 faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, and stop. It was quite chaotic at the end. I could hardly hear the individual words. They were a bit jumbled up because they were going so fast. Well done. So inside our heads, we were imagining changing the speed of the song. And the speed in music is called tempo. So we were changing the tempo of the song. And now I want you to think of changing something else about the song. And that is changing the quality of the sound. And in music, the kind of sound it is. For example, whether it sounds like a flute or a guitar or a voice or a man's voice or a scarecrow's voice, that's called the timbre of a sound, the different qualities of the sound. So we're going to imagine changing the timbre of a voice as it sings Happy Birthday. And the first one I want you to imagine, so you shut your eyes, I want you to imagine Happy Birthday sung by Santa Claus. So he has a big, deep voice and he's smiling and laughing and he sings in your mind. Go. There. I don't know if you finished at the same time as me, probably not. So that was Santa's voice instead of your own normal voice. Or we could go the other way, Santa's elf. How would Santa's elf sing the song? What kind of voice, what kind of timbre would the voice of an elf have? Perhaps it's very high, perhaps it's a little bit squeaky, I don't know. Should we just do a quick run through of Happy Birthday as sung by an elf inside your head? Ready? Shut your eyes and... Now, I don't know why, but my elf was singing really fast then. I changed the tempo of the song because it was an elf singing. I don't know why. Whereas when Santa was singing in my head, it was slower and heavier. So our imagination is quite clever, isn't it? It does all sorts of funny things. Now, the final thing we're going to do today, a little bit harder. I'm sure you can do it though. We're going to stick with the song Happy Birthday. And we're also going to bring back the sound of the triangle. And I'm going to ask you to imagine both of those at the same time in your head. So every time the word birthday happens, I want you to imagine the sound of the triangle. For example, you'll be imagining, happy birthday to you, and so on and so on. Okay, so you're imagining two completely different sounds at the same time. And I don't mind who's singing Happy Birthday. It might be Santa, it might be an elf, it might be a witch, it might be you, it might be a famous singer that you like. The song and the little triangle. Ready? Go. There you go. You finished? How was that? Was that harder, imagining two completely different sounds? Sometimes what happens in my head anyway, when I'm trying to imagine two different things, they separate out. So I get the song and then the triangle and then the song and then the triangle, rather than putting them exactly together. That's okay. I hope you've enjoyed thinking about sounds and pictures inside your head. Remember, we're thinking about the speed of music, which is called tempo, and the kind of sound, which is called timbre. And we were controlling and manipulating that in our imaginations. Now, next video is going to be all about super hearing. I hope you'll join me for it. I'm going to put some links in the information below the video to give you some more exercises and games you can do with your own imagination by yourself if you want to. Bye.